Like and subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon to get new video updates.
Council post: 8 critical rebranding mistakes you could be making, and what to do instead. Rebranding is a significant but sometimes necessary step in a company's journey. However, if not done properly, it can backfire. What one entrepreneur thought was a great way to upgrade their brand to something more modern, and in line with the updating your company's values, could end up becoming a nightmare of confused customers and lost sales. To prevent this from happening, heed the following advice from Young Entrepreneur Council members. Rebrand first. A common rebranding mistake is often to rebranding is risky in the first place. Your brand, while not ideal, has accumulated tremendous value to date. Starting from scratch can confuse your customers or even turn them away. So the first step is to make sure you rename for the right reasons. Some common but misguided reasons are sinking sales and unconvincing brand awareness results. Many choose to rebrand, but the right solution to this type of problem would be thorough market research and the development of a new marketing strategy. The number one reason for rebranding is a misalignment of your company's vision, mission, and values with your brand. Forgetting to prioritize clarity whenever a company is rebranded. It is so important that the new branding is incredibly clear. For example, my massage parlor rebranded some of our services with clever names, but customers kept calling and asking what the services were, because they felt confused. We ended up changing the names to make it extremely obvious and clear, and suddenly we had a lot more bookings and no more confusion. Align changes with your value. SE once wanted our company to be a white glove ministry, but I realized the wording was wrong, particularly in the criminal defense legal services, where a large portion of the population we served had low income, people of color and people from middle and lower income brackets. While it was important to provide world-class service, it was more important to be part of the social justice solution and not part of it. We believe in restorative justice, equity, inclusion, and accountability to law enforcement, including police reform. That wasn't communicated when we said white glove service, because it suggested that we only provide services to people who can afford it. Misunderstanding your brand DNARebranding is more than just changing your logo and fonts. It is what your customers think and how they think about your business. Therefore, you need to clearly understand what makes up your brand's DNA. Realize who you are and why you exist. Your brand should be your best spokesperson. It should have a consistent tone and build trust every time customers engage with you. Candace Georgiadis, digital critical but common rebranding mistake is not communicating your brand change to your audience. A rebrand involves a major change in how your brand is perceived, and your efforts can go to waste or even lead to misunderstandings if your stakeholders are not properly informed. So, rather than switching on the spur of the moment, companies should invest in a comprehensive communications plan to ensure that the message about the rebranding and its rationale gets across accurately to their employees, customers, and business partners. This plan should outline how and when the rebranding will be communicated and what information will be shared. Clear and consistent messaging throughout rebranding reinforces credibility while ensuring a smooth transition to the new brand identity. Kelly Richardson, Infobrands. A big mistake can be not doing your research properly beforehand, especially when it comes to your social presence. Conduct a full social media audit to know what works, what doesn't, who your audience is meant to be, and who your audience actually is. It is so great to say, we made a friendlier logo, so let us debut it. However, a rebrand requires much more in-depth analysis, especially if you already established on social media. Find out where you currently stand between your competitors and your audience, and compare that to where you want to go. Then lay out what your actual goals are with the rebrand. Set clear, achievable goals that you can measure quarter by quarter, and adjust tactics as needed. Caitlin Shee. Companies often make a crucial mistake when it comes to rebranding, and that neglects stakeholder input to make informed decisions. To get things right, it is important that you consider feedback and suggestions from key stakeholders like your team and customers. Your team has been with you throughout the journey and can fill you in on a few key details worth considering before the rebranding. You also need customer insights to create a relatable brand that aligns with your audience's preferences. Therefore, It is best to involve key stakeholders in the decision-making process. The best and most